Hi everybody, welcome to my Flosstube. Today's May 2nd, 2024. I've got some things, kind of a lot of stuff to show you today, and a bunch of stuff to go over. So I'm just gonna jump in. I'm finding floss things. I'm just gonna jump in, if that's all right, and start talking. And if you've been here before, welcome, by the way. You know that my videos can be long, and I wouldn't fault you if you said they could sometimes be kind of rambly too. So come hang out for a bit. First, the maybe elephant in the room. I'm just going to reiterate some things that got announced last night. So I host a friend of mine, Maggie, and Maggie's Kitschy Whips. Sorry for the clap. So she's Kitschy Whips here and on Instagram. I'm Fiber Arts Amy here and on Instagram. We host the Queen City Stitch Retreat in Charlotte in the fall every year. We have just announced that in the summer of 2025, it'll be July 10th through the 12th, we will be hosting a Chatelaine retreat. It will be done very differently than how we've done the Queen City Stitch Retreat. It's still going to be awesome. It's going to be at the same location, but with far fewer people, and it will be workshop based. We will be taking time to actually teach people specialty stitches or provide any assistance that we can. Also, we'll be teaching a beading workshop or have a beading workshop piece for people to work on and for us to help you with. So we're thinking this is going to be a really great opportunity both for veteran chatelaine stitchers, because I know some of you out there have stitched lots of very large chatelaines, and I'm very impressed and jealous. But it's also going to be a great opportunity for people who are interested and want to stitch chatelaine, but maybe haven't quite known how to jump in or where to jump in, or are nervous or struggling, or they've been doing Jessica stitches for 20 years, but they're still not sure if they're doing them right, or whatever it is. So we're very excited about this. If you are interested in finding out more information when we provide all the detailed information about it, then I suggest you can always DM me with questions, but I'm going to suggest you go to queencitystitchretreat.com and sign up for our general newsletter. We don't send out newsletters unless we're sending out information on how to sign up for a retreat. So we're not going to be inundating your inbox or anything. But here, I think in the next few weeks, we'll be announcing an exact date that we'll be doing the signups, and the signups will work the way they've worked in the past, where there'll be a 24-hour period for everybody to sign up, and we'll do the lottery system to pull people from it's much smaller. We'll only have 48 spots for people. So out of the however many people sign up in the first 24 hours, we'll pull 48 spots. If we don't fill up in the first 24 hours, we will continue pulling names. I'm not thinking it's going to be a problem, though. I'm thinking we're going to fill up. What else? Yeah, if you sign up for the newsletter, you will not miss any information. And Maggie and I will both be posting this Maggie posts on Facebook. I don't really do Facebook. She'll post it there, but also we'll post it on Instagram, and like we're talking about it on YouTube. And so, but if you sign up for the newsletter, you definitely won't miss it. That's it. We're also really excited for the fall retreat this year, which is with Autumn Lane Stitchery. Oh, you know what I do need to say, because it's really important. So Katie Tanike, who some of you may know from Instagram, she does amazing conversions with Mirabilias and things, and she's stitched chatelaines before as well, lots of them. And she's very good with embroidery. And Alma, who's Tattooed Reading Owl, those two will be teaching workshops with Maggie and I at the Chatelaine retreat, and that's part of what is going to make this so much different. And so such a smaller, more intimate, more personal experience, I think, than the larger retreat in the fall. And it's also part of why we're only doing 48 spots, because this is going to be very workshop based and not just a big party. There's going to be, we want to make sure everybody has the one-on-one time to learn the things they want to learn while we're there. I think that's it. I'm talking kind of fast, but I also don't want this video to take forever because it's getting a little bit later in the day and I've already had a busy day. I'm going to jump in and start showing you my stitching. And the first thing I'm going to show you is my first ever Chatelaine finish. Are you ready? A stitch to pineapple. This is the blingiest, prettiest, most amazing pineapple I've ever seen in my life. I am so proud of it. It is full of mistakes. There's places I used the wrong color. There's places I did the wrong specialty stitch. I don't care. It looks amazing. It's so beautiful. I did sub out some of the beads, I think. I did. I think I was like one bead I had, maybe not. Did I sub out the cubes maybe? I had to do something. I don't know if the cubes weren't, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's gorgeous and I love it. It's stitched on, I actually love this fabric. It is 30 count Mariner's Mat Legacy Linen. It's very beautiful. It's just kind of like a creamy white. And I will be taking this maybe, hopefully, next week to get framed. If I can't next week, then I need to make a point of doing it the following week. I don't love keeping things around the house, stitched pieces that are ready to be framed, because I just worry something's going to happen to them. I want to get them behind glass ASAP. It's very small, like very, very small. I could just sit here for an hour and like look at my pineapple. It's so pretty. Guys, it's so fun. If you are someone who, again, like loves the Chatelaine aesthetic, but maybe not ready to jump into like a huge mandala, I think there's 3 of these fruits. I want to say there's a plum, an apple, and the pineapple maybe. Anyway, I would recommend one of these. They're so fun. And there's just not that many fibers and things involved, so they're not super expensive. There's my finish. Need to get that framed. Okay, I have also been working, my last video I showed this, I've been working my butt off on Rogue Dragon from Nora Corbett's Patreon. I'm getting much closer to being done. It's so close. So the top, I have a few stitches I need to fill in there, but like the top and most of him is done. Like all the stitching's done. I've done all the beading at the top. This has been so much fun to work on. It's a Clay by Kim needle minder. It's stitched on my fabric, 28 count Swirling Tide. For those of you who may be new here, I do own I really am a fabric dyeing company, Oak Crown Studios. I will link it below, but I'm also going to try not to spend like this whole time just talking about my business. I need to finish a claw. There's some parts to fill in here and around the tail, but it's almost done. So I'm hoping to finish this up ASAP. And if I get really lucky, I will be able to take this and the pineapple both to get framed maybe around the end of next week. But we'll see. I love him. I mean, he's huge. He's as big as some Mirabilias. He's bigger than some Mirabilias. I think he's beautiful. So speaking of small Mirabilias, I also went to I went to Stitch North this past weekend, which is part of why I really need to do this video, because I have a ton of stuff. This is going to be a bit of a like shopping heavy video. So the piece I've worked on the most at retreats for the last few years, I'm not gonna do like a whole like Stitch North recap the way some people will do like a recap of a retreat. It was fun. I got to meet some people I really wanted to meet. I got to see some friends that I haven't seen in person in a very long time, like since Stitch North last year, or since the Queen City Stitch Retreat. I had a great time. I sat in a corner with some friends and just stitched and relaxed and shopped and just had a nice weekend. It was a lovely weekend. Yeah, it was nice. But I'm not going to like kind of go through the whole thing. So the last couple years at retreats, I've been working on Emerald Mermaid. for Mirabilia, and she is so stinking close to being done. It's not even funny. I did put in a few beads just because I wanted to. One day I was looking at it, and basically I didn't want to do skin. So most of what I did at the retreat was skin. I don't love doing skin. I like having it in, but I don't love stitching it. I mean, it's the most like attention. It requires the most attention of any part of Mirabilia for me. I do 2/2 skin, but having to decide what fractionals I want to do and where and follow, there's usually like a lot of counting with all the different shades. So I was avoiding skin, so I put in a handful of beads since I'm stitching this one in hand. I don't usually stitch in hand. And then I was like, okay, I'll do the skin. And so got to work on the skin and made a lot of progress. Considering I was sitting in a retreat and talking a lot and shopping a lot, I was really, and I also felt cruddy. Everything's fine. I felt cruddy. I'm adjusting to some new medication and it's leaving me very groggy and I just wasn't feeling great. I did, when I got there, I already had some of this Krynic, some of this green Krynic on my needle. The Stitch North room is very dark. And even when I brought my light down, I still was like, it's too dark for me to be working on a dark fabric with a dark fiber. So I switched. That's why I switched and was doing skin. I also did some green. I actually filled in, there's one of the shades here. I did a whole bunch of that green and worked on skin. So my plans for May, I am going to do kind of a Mira May. I've been trying to do, for Mira Monday stitching, I've been focusing on Rogue Dragon. Here, look, Rogue Dragon. Let's hold them next to each other so you can see what I'm talking about size-wise. So I'm like looking through the fabric to see how the relative size. So these are my goal for Mira May. Instead of like stitching a new thing each week or doing a bunch of starts, I'm going to try to get these two finished. Which should be doable if I can just sit down and do it and stop working so darn hard, or so much. I love her. She's almost done. She's always been my favorite Mira Mermaid, and I want her on my wall. I'm really excited. She's so close. Yeah, so I said I wasn't going to talk about work, but guys, my serger broke. I say it broke. It's not working. It's not serging. Yeah. I'm having kind of a difficult week. I don't know if I'm going to have to buy a new one. I'm sorry if I just moved that. I think I did. And it's fine. And you're all still going to get your fabric. And so you shouldn't worry about any of that. I'm just annoyed. The serger is my least favorite part. I should say threading the serger is my least favorite part. Or troubleshooting's even worse. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. It like, you'll get like 3 inches of like it serging properly, and then it goes haywire and one of the threads stops. I don't know what the problem is. I've unthreaded it. Anyway, if any of you happen to be a serger expert, or if you have a serger that you love. So this serger was a hand-me-down. So I didn't like do research and pick the one that I thought would fit my needs best, but also didn't cost $1,000. It was just the one that fell into my lap. So if any of you use a serger a lot and you like have a really good recommendation, because it's entirely possible that I'm going to have to buy a new one because I need to get people their fabric. Let me know. DM me on Instagram or just tell me in the comments below. I've done some Googling, but I'd love to, like I said, if somebody has some experience and they know, or they have one that they really like, or one they really don't like, please let me know. Okay, sorry, get that off my chest. So something else I worked on at the retreat, and this was so fun. So my son Logan designed this cabin pattern for us. This is a butterfly up in the sky. It's a mountain behind our cabin, and it's beautiful. and he, you know, I've been working on stitching it. At the retreat, one of the wonderful ladies that I was sitting with, who I adore, Ashley Stitch and Shorty, she also put some stitches in on this for me to make it more of like a, I don't know, souvenir, fun thing for everybody to work on some. So this is also kind of high on my priority list. I want to get this knocked out this month, which I think is still doable, as well as finishing 2 Mirabellas. And this is the cool thing about working on so many projects at once, is that I might go a whole year without finishing a Mirabella, but then I might finish like 3 in a year or something. So it all evens out in the end. Anyway, I need to finish that. Also, Ashley, did I say she's Stitch and Shorty on Instagram? You should follow her if you don't. She's a very speedy stitcher. So she made a lot of progress very fast. Okay. That's most of my she's passed out. She is like, she's just happy as a clam. I was out all morning. She was so happy to jump up here when I sat in this chair. Okay, I'm going to go through, oh, sorry, I did the like clapping thing again. I'm going to go through a lot of shopping and a lot of Freebie Table stuff. So if you don't want to be here for that, that's fine. I don't blame you, but I'm going to show you what I got. I'm going to share. I might not share everything. I'm not necessarily going to share like gifts that people handed out, because it's just a lot. But it was lovely. A lot of people were being very generous. I got some lovely gifts from my friends. It's a lot of fun. I got this bag from the Textured Treasures. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the like receipt thing. The booth with all the Textured Treasure stuff, because I bought a lot. Okay, so I am really loving Chatelaine. Most of you, if you've been around, you've seen me probably be on like a major Chatelaine kick lately, and obviously I've liked them for a long time. Maggie and I do the whole Chatelaine Wednesday thing, which means I'm also, especially since the pineapple's the first Chatelaine I've actually put any specialty stitches into, because the Egypt Mandala Garden, which is the one that I've by far put the most work in on, doesn't have any specialty stitches in the inside other than over one stitching. It's all just cross stitch. Like, I've only done cross stitch on that piece so far. I enjoy doing the specialty stitches so stinking much on the pineapple that when I saw these, yeah, I'm right, Textured Treasures. I keep blanking on the name. When I saw the Textured Treasures pieces at the retreat, and I got to see the models with all these specialty stitches, they were just so beautiful, and I wanted almost all of them. I did not buy all of them, but I bought a few. So I bought this greeting card to do, and I actually suspect once I do this that I will send it to my mother-in-law. I can't guarantee it, but this is the sort of thing that she would really love and she would hang on to. So there's that, and it comes with all the things. I'm not really picky about what needles I use, so I'll use that needle. It'll just go with all my other needles. It was really nice. I don't know. They had a bunch of things like this that were like small and like doable if you didn't want to invest in something bigger. Okay. Another piece I got. This is kind of put in backwards, but that's okay. So I got this one, and I've got this is Congress cloth, the canvas, whatever it is I'm doing it on. I got the whole kit. So I'm doing this, but it's not this colorway. I'm doing a blue and green colorway. And again, they had the model of it, and it just was absolutely beyond stunning. And this comes with everything: Krynic, pearl cotton, beads, treasures, DMs. Like, there's just so much. I'm very excited to get, so I've got a few things that I bought from this booth, and I know which one I'm going to start first. I'll show that to you in a minute. So I'm not going to start this just yet, but I'm very excited. Like, this is just, it's so beautiful, and the model blew me away. Another one that I purchased was this one, which actually it kind of looks nice in the camera. I feel like in person, the picture falls a little flat, but in person, it just was so good. It was so, so good. And I do love green. There's lots of greens in it. The soft greens and pinks are just so stunning. This is stitched on this has got to be a Lugana. I'd have to open it up to know for sure, but pretty sure that's a Lugana. Like kind of a mauve. It's not linen. It might be cotton, but I don't think so. I think it's Lugana. So there's sulkies, beads, and treasures. And it looks like some sort of silks packed in there too. So that's fully kitted and ready to go. I'll probably end up starting all of them in the same week. I don't know. If any of you were working on these, let me know because I'd love to be inspired. And then the one that I think I'm going to start first, and this is done just on a linen, is this one. And again, the model hanging at the booth was just amazing. Oh, it's so pretty. So this comes with Kreinik and a whole lot of floss. It might not be all, but mostly Gentle Art. It's cottons. And she said this was like a limited edition one, that getting all these flosses was such a pain. She basically kitted up a certain number of these, and she's not going to kit any more up, like, period. I was really happy to have it. I've been in kind of a rainbow mood the last year or so, and it's just beautiful. And I obviously love hex. Well, obviously, if you follow me, you might know I love hexies. I do a lot of English paper piecing. I've got several hexagon projects going, and I love the star in the middle. I love the way the colors meld into each other, and I'm just very excited. This is relatively small. It's a lot of cross stitch. It's relatively small, not terribly complicated. So that's why I'm thinking I'm going to start this one next. But yeah, now that I've done some specialty stitches and stuff on a chatelaine, I'm like, I got this. I can do it. So yeah, happy about that. I have so much stuff. This is another reason for doing this video. I want to put things away. So this also isn't everything I bought because, words. I already gave out presents. I bought my husband a project folder and a thread bed from Sheba Designs. Melissa, she is also a vendor at Queen City Stitch Retreat in the fall. And I bought my kids little kits of axolotls to stitch on like a little like piece of wood that has like a hanger on it. You might hear, one of my kids is homesick, so you might hear him walk around. I hope it doesn't bother anyone. So I've already handed those out, so those aren't in here. I did get, so I have to say, Amanda, Lucky Chance Stitcher, she made this amazing project for me. Look at these animals. They're so cute. And I actually think I know what project I'm going to put in this. I kind of just realized what I want to put in this. Okay, I'm going to have to keep that out so I remember. So I went maybe a little overboard at Melissa's booth, Sheba Designs, and it's all her fault because she uses a lot of Tula Pink fabric. And I love Tula Pink fabric. So I use all kinds of project bags. I use some with that are full fabric. I use some with the vinyl. They all work. So hello Tula Pink squirrels, you're adorable. I got that. I also got it in this project binder version, which I love, or project folder. So it's got like a slip pocket there, and it's got a zipper. Really like that. I also got the same thing with the giraffes. Okay, this Fairy Flakes, I'm pretty sure this is Fairy Flakes, or is called Fairy Flakes. This is one of my favorite Tula Pink fabrics of all time. I own a ton of it. I love it so very much. So yeah, that was perfect as far as I was concerned. Melissa, never stop using Tula Pink. I love these elephants. I can't even explain why, but I love these elephants so stinking much. And then I love that it was put with this neon coordinate. And then again, the fairy flakes. It's just beautiful. And Melissa does absolutely incredible work. Her stitching is impeccable. It's amazing. I love her stuff. So, and I also got this one because it looks like English paper piecing. This is also my style. I am both of these people. I love this. And I also love this, even though it's like an entirely different like feel and vibe. And it's beautiful. So I got this one too. So this was Gamma's. Gamma's Treasures is the name of this maker. So I got this. It's like a, I don't know what she called them, but I think of them as like a retreat mat. And I actually think I'm going to take it to my cabin with me because I tend to move around the cabin a lot while I'm doing things. And this would be awesome to just have this laid out with my stuff on it. And then I can just fold it up and move very easily, you know, to another spot. There's a little magnet in here for your needles. That's a pocket. There's pockets down here. And it comes with like a little, like Ort catcher. My dog's being so goofy. Where like you snap these together, it makes a little tray. So anyway, that's what I think I'm going to do with this. I love William Morris. This is a William Morris fabric. And this is also very well made. So, yeah. This is all... I have so much stuff from the Freebie Table. I'll show you guys Freebie Table stuff last. There's so much in here. Tiny Modernist is one of the vendors. And I've been eyeing this book since it came out this summer. I think you can get it like on Amazon and stuff. Oh, I don't want to show patterns. But hadn't quite pulled the trigger on it. And I thought it would make a really great purchase to make at the retreat. I'm trying to find, like, there's just so much beautiful stuff in here. If you're familiar with Tiny Modernist, it's that aesthetic. And this is a quote that I really love. This is in particular I want to stitch. So I got that. And I got these two patterns. My husband saw this one and really liked it. It says, a day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside. It's beautiful. And I love this. Like a lot. Like a lot. Like this isn't like just me collecting. This is like, oh, these things need to be stitched because I really love them. This came with, so this is the company that did the axolotl that I gave to kit that I gave to my kids. This was in our bag, like our retreat bag. My small is amazing. Look at this. It's beautiful. And look at the tassel she made. And this is like this kind of tealy color. It's one of my favorites. This is just extremely well made. It's beautiful. I love the fabric on the back. Super well made. I had a great time doing the smalls exchange. The person who got mine, I don't know if I have already, but I need to put, I have like a little video of my small I'll put up on my Instagram account. It was just fun. I've had just a great time participating in smalls exchanges. So that was great. This was in our goodie bag and is very adorable. The little bunny. It's like a little Valentine bunny. Very cute. So I have not bought fabric in a very long time. Not the least of which because I dye my own fabric. It would be kind of silly if I was buying other people's fabric. However, I will make an exception for Hand Dye by Rolanda. Hand Dyed by Rolanda makes gorgeous fabrics. I love them so much. I own a ton of them. I'm working, like I have whips on a lot of them. And she uses some techniques that I just don't do. I've never done. Doesn't mean I can't ever do them or try them, but she seems to have perfected them. I love them. They're very unique. And so anyway, so this is what I'm talking about. Look at this fabric. It's amazing. And this is a 40 count Verdal. So I'm thinking, you know, some of us, myself included, are on a bit of a mini Mirabilia kick. I'm thinking I might do mini Mirabilia or 2 on here because this is a fat quarter. Or something similar. I don't know. A mini Joan Elliott, maybe? I don't know. I don't know yet, but it's beautiful. So I got that and a couple others just because green and purple, who can resist? Look at how beautiful that is. That's 32 count linen. And then this one's 28 count linen, and this is my favorite color. So again, how could I resist? Super, super beautiful. She does amazing work. This was gifted to us, the woman behind it. What is her name? I'm sorry. Jacqueline Cohen. She, I think she's a newer designer. She's just kind of opening her company. And she was an attendee. And she gave everybody a free pattern, which is really rather amazing. And it's a good pattern. It's small and it's good. And I like Quakers, so that might get done at some point. I have some gifts in here from friends and table mates that I'm not necessarily going to show all of them. I got this for me. So this is the same maker, Canadian Stitchery, that I got the axolotl kits from. And the it had like the luggage tag kit that came in our bags. Can you guys hear my dog snoring? I can. She's right behind me. Anyway, this is adorable. I love it and would make a great travel project. It's a kit. It comes with everything, including the wood cutout and including like self-adhesive felt that you put on the back when you're done. So that's going to make a great travel project. So from the words, the people putting on the retreat. Wow, Amy, not Leo and Roxy, bags. Evertote from the Evertote booth. They had a lot. I loved, especially when I go to a retreat, I love when things are just kitted up for me. It makes my life much easier, and there's something satisfying about like buying a kit and having everything. So I got these 2 patterns. I am going to do them on very different fabrics. I don't know what yet, but it won't be those. I'm sure I will pick some of my fabrics from Oak Crown Studios to stitch them on. But these came with all of the flosses from Leo and Roxy. So this one is much more my colors, but I like this picture better without the red. The red's not me, not with this. And then if I was getting that one, then I needed to get the matching set. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll use the same fabric on both of them or different fabrics. I want something more interesting than this, like white, but not as bold as this red. So I'll just keep my eye out as I'm dyeing things. Oh, you know what? I was folding and labeling fabrics yesterday, and there was an opalescent of Legend, which is one of my favorite fabrics. This is 181 by 143. I wonder if I could fit them both on that. It's really good. I've been dyeing fabrics for the retreat. To vend at the Queen City Stitch Retreat. In my small, exchange, Smalls exchange, I also got some waxers, which I love. I make waxers myself. They're wonderful. Some chocolates, some tea. She also gave me some Canadian honey and a skein of Leo and Roxy floss. She did an awesome job. It was very, very sweet of her. What do I'm just kind of digging through because I'm not going to show you guys everything. I mean, there's like stickers in here. There's some skeins of floss. I'm going to say too, this is the bag that the small came in it looks so big, that the small came in that I picked, and I picked it because of the bag. That's a beautiful, like that bag is so me. It's so beautiful. Anyway. I'm going to do the freebie stuff last. I'm going to have so much picking up to do. Have I ever done a floss tube and not had a ton of picking up to do? Probably not. I don't remember if I've shown this on here before or not. So this is one of these little bags from Shepherd's Bush. So the bag is already put together. I'm working on one now. Grab it. Okay. So this is what it's like. It comes entirely as a kit. The bag's already put together. There's a zipper on the back. It's got a pretty coordinating fabric, and you can open the, people do it different ways. There's the button that goes with it, but you can just open the bag and stitch upside down. I don't want to lose that button. That bag I just showed you is, says Forget Me Not on it. This one says Stitching Calms the Soul. So one of the vendors had this, and it's just another one of those little bags, like a little notions bag, and I love it. So I got that. I don't know if how many of you are familiar with the Royal School of Needlework. You can get degrees in needlework. At least in England you can. I also, if you've been around here a while, you might know I love stitching items like boxes and bags and pillows and pincushions and like items. And this book has a number of different stitched or embroidered boxes and extremely detailed instructions, not only on how to do the embroidery, but on how to construct and put together the box. And it's incredible. And I've never had a Royal School of Needlework book before, I don't think. So I snapped this one up. Let's see if I can get a good picture of the boxes that are in here. One thing I noticed was I felt like maybe the book's format's a little, I don't know. Not unexpected. It's a little unexpected, but there's nothing wrong with it. So this is one of the boxes, and it's the one from the cover, and one that I would probably start with. I can't promise I'm going to get to making these, but I would love to. And it's a sort of, oh, here we go. Okay. This one is awesome. Look at the tea and the cakes. I mean, look at how this one's just kind of bejeweled. That's not as much my thing. Or bedazzled, whatever. And look at this one. Look at how amazing that is. I love books like this. I love even just like reading through and like thinking through the process of how you do it. And there's extremely detailed stitching diagrams. Here, let me see if I can show you this one without showing too much. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that. That's some of that stitching for that box. Isn't that incredible? But yeah, I love just like reading through books like this and just going through the imagery of how you make the thing. There's so much good information in this book. It's incredible. I'm just very happy to add that to my library, and also felt very much like a good, like souvenir to add to my library. I also picked up this pincushion kit. It doesn't have everything in it, but it's got some of the, it's got the like the wing pins and the pom-poms. And then I still need to provide some of the felt and the spool, it looks like. But I have things like that, so I just thought it was cute. It was by the register. I grabbed it. Okay, this I'm also really excited about. I am going to change the wording on it. And I did order, I found online a source for the box, which is on its way to me. I just love sheep because I also like process wool and do a lot of knitting and spinning and stuff. I really love wool. So, and I thought this was adorable. So this I bought also, there's like a floss pack and a wool pack to do the finishing. So I'll need to provide my own linen, which is easy to do for me. Anyway, I'm really excited about that. And I went ahead and ordered the box online right away so I could make sure I would have that. So really happy about that. Oh, no, I'm going to do that last. Okay, a lot of you, I think, probably know Amanda Lucky Chance Stitcher. She is stitching the MHill Christmas Village on linen. So I think she's got like 28 of them that she's doing, maybe more than that. It's incredible. If I'll try to link her below too. She, so these MHill kits, the Christmas Village kits, instead of using the perforated paper, she's doing them to make like an actual village. And she was working on it at the retreat, and people kept coming over and asking her to unroll it and stuff. It's incredible. It looks so good, and seeing it in person, you guys know this, is so much better than just seeing it on our Flosstube. Like, it's impressive enough on our Flosstube, but then when you see it in person, it's enormous. We were teasing her that she's gonna need to like reinforce her wall where she hangs this thing up. It's so big. Anyway, she inspired me. So I was sitting there all weekend being like, that's really amazing, but also I don't want to do that. I know with all the huge projects I have going, I have no business, and I wouldn't get to it, right, if I tried to do something that big. But then I also saw this kit. I've done some MHills before, but I'm not like an uber fan, and I don't like follow closely. Like I don't know what all the new releases are every year and that sort of thing. So I had no idea they had a Country Lane line, and one of the vendors had this. It's got a chicken. That's enough. But some of you know one of my sons really loves chickens, and we all support his love of chickens. So there's a chicken, and there's quilts. There's quilts. It's a country house with quilts drawing on the line and a chicken. Look, you can even, they're like the shadow of the quilts on the grass. I didn't even notice that till right now. This had to happen. And it's got, so I guess I learned this from someone's Flosstube like last week. The buttons are no longer these buttons. They're now using Just Another Button Company, which is also a great source of buttons. But I guess in newer kits, especially as they re-release, they're replacing like these older buttons with something different. But anyway, I saw this, and they had a bunch of these in this line of like Country Lane. And I thought, you know, I'm not going to do like 28 of them or whatever, but I could do 4. I'm thinking of like, I could do a 2x2 grid of just 4 of them. So I picked out 4 of these Country Lane series that I really like. In my mind, this isn't a country store. This is my LNS that I'm going to open one day with my fabric and all the things. I just picked, they had a few more, but I just, like I said, I just picked 4 that I really loved. Look, more chickens. Some stitched. Some with a button. I'm very excited about that. That's going to be really fun. No plans to start it right away, but that's okay. Okay, and then I got lucky, and I won a giveaway. you know what, which I'm like extra grateful for because I don't get to win a giveaway at our retreat, the Queen City Stitch Retreat. So it was really fun to win a giveaway. And actually 3 of the bags at our table won a giveaway. One of them was an extra bag that like didn't belong to anyone. So they repulled. But Amanda and I, again, Lucky Chance Stitcher and I both got to win a giveaway. So I won this bag, and this is similar to the Evertote bags that they did for us to order last year at last year's Stitch North. And I really liked them. So I was very happy with this bag. I like the patchwork. I like the simplicity. I also love patchwork mixed with like natural linen, which is what this is. So very happy for that. That's very much my aesthetic. And inside, and I'm sorry this is all jumbled, but inside was they're falling everywhere, curated bundle. Did I drop more? Yeah. Of Leo and Roxy Floss, or Roxy Floss Co. Sorry. And again, I'm sorry they are all jumbled, but these are also very much a color palette that I adore. I feel like I can stitch some, I'm going to say Blackbird designs. I'm not a all the Blackbirds person, but I am a some of the Blackbirds person. And, to me, this would lend itself very well to that. So very happy with that. And then Amanda, Lucky Chance Stitcher, she won a giveaway that was a project bag that was beautiful. So she won hers first, and she won, and I was like, ah, because I really wanted the thing she won. And of course our raffle tickets were only like a number off. Yeah, I think she was like 05 and I was 04 at like the end. I really wanted the thing inside the project bag, but then she decided she really didn't want the thing inside the project bag. She just wanted the bag. So she gave me the thing from inside the project bag. So I kind of ended up with 2 giveaways, which is amazing. So this is Victoria's sampler. So this is much more how I would celebrate for Christmas, is like stitching something like this. I like some traditional Christmassy stitches, but like I'm more of a Teresa Wensler Christmas stitcher. And I feel like this would go very well with like the Woodland Santa Teresa Wensler piece that I haven't actually started yet, but I've gotten close. It's going to get started soon. And it came with the floss pack and embellishment pack thing. What do they call it? Accessory pack. And I know they're not making these anymore. And so this one's Myrrh. So what I really love is the crane and the flowers in the middle. And it's full of specialty stitches. And I'm on this like huge specialty stitch kick. And then you can also get frankincense and gold. And so those might have to happen at some point too. They're beautiful. I could just see like lining all 3 of them up like on our mantle during the holidays. That would be awesome. Okay, freebie table time. There was a lot. There was a lot on the freebie table, and I guess because I like some old-fashioned stitching, there felt like there was a lot for me to grab. Last year, I got a ton of Paula Vons, which was amazing, at the freebie table. This was one that I don't believe I do have, and so I snagged it. I love it. I love the trunk. I love the flowers. I love the wallpaper. Anyway, I grabbed that one. I've also been on like a very like embracing my like Victorian floral self in recent years, like more and more. And so I got a lot of floral charts that just struck me as happy and cheerful. This I need to go through. I haven't gone through yet. I love old magazines so stinking much. And in my opinion, old quilting magazines are old American quilting magazines are way better than most modern American quilting magazines. Australia and the UK have some phenomenal quilting magazines. I'm very underwhelmed by American quilting magazines these days, but I really enjoy sometimes the older magazines. I'm much more impressed with. Keep that aside to look at later. I think this is beautiful. Look at that nest. It's called the Secluded Nest. I love that. That's very much something I would stitch for spring. Very Art Nouveau, which I love. Again, flowers. This booklet has, it's crazy about quilts. It's all like cross stitching though, so like that's stitched. This is the piece that I thought I might stitch at some point. Why I grabbed that. I really like some Stony Creek, and this I love. I saw this and had to have it. It's called Winter Traditions. Look at that house. I want to live in that house. It's so good. Love it. This one I got because I know a number of people who really love teddy bears. And this is going to get gifted to someone who loves bears if they want it. I've looked at buying this kit several times and never pulled the trigger. Well, I got the pattern now. So I'm happy about that. Again, flowers. These two form a set, and I'm actually pretty interested in doing soon-ish. I'd really like to do these. I love them. I love that they're circular. I honestly don't know which pattern is in here. I like them both though. These are like pages from a magazine. So it doesn't matter. No matter which one it is, I'll stitch it. I love that. These are seasonal houses. I like the way they've done them here. I think that's how I would do them. More flowers. Magazine that I need to look through because looking through magazines causes so much enjoyment. It's a cute little like sampler kind of piece. Wow, the hand-drawn charts. I don't mind. The poem at the bottom says, I have a garden of my own, shining with flowers of every hue. I loved it dearly while alone, but I shall love it more with you. That's awesome. I love it. And there's specialty stitches in it too. Okay, this I loved. I've never seen it before, and it's fantastic. This one is definitely, it's just, that like goes in our library, right? Like, cause it's just a story. It's like imagination in a picture. I love it. More butterflies and whatnot and flowers. I have some things similar to this and hanging in my bathroom down here that I really like. There's more in the back. I love these kinds of things. Again, like a stitched item, right? Like if it's a small, I really like it being like an item. These two, they don't like technically make a set, but they totally go together, right? They're beautiful. Love them. I wonder what they're thinking. Wonder what those two ladies are thinking. It looks like they're full coverage, but like small full coverage, not like Haid full coverage. And just beautiful. There's some good stuff I didn't even know existed on the brag table. Again, a magazine, which I get to just sit and relax and look through. love looking through old magazines. Another old magazine. And another old magazine. I like that too. That basket is so detailed. It's so lifelike. That's it. What do you think, guys? I've been relatively monogamous lately, so that's kind of weird. I hope you guys don't mind. I hope you don't mind such a haul heavy video. I don't think I usually like do haul. Like sometimes I'll show something I've bought, but I don't like have like a haul section. And I don't buy much anymore unless it's like a specific item I need for a specific, you know, piece I'm stitching, or if it's Chatelaine Wednesday, the first Chatelaine Wednesday of the month, because those Zooms, I shop. Last night I was good. I didn't actually buy anything. I just had fun building my shopping cart. Real quick, I'll just mention for the Chatelaine Zooms that we're doing. So I host one the first Wednesday of every month from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And from time to time, we're also going to try to fit in one like on a weekend or something so that other people who may not, you know, are in a different country or a different time zone or just can't manage it on a weeknight will also have a chance to join. We got inundated with requests this week. So I'm going to be working on that. So if you're interested in that, just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out for an announcement to, basically we're full right now is kind of what I'm saying. We are full. We're not going to be full forever. But I need to kind of, I think there's a bunch of people who probably don't want to be on the list. I need to get that sorted out. And once I do, I'll open it back up, for anyone else who wants to be included on those Zooms. I think that's it. I have a lot of cleaning up to do. If you guys have any questions for me, if you want to know anything, let me know. You can always DM me on Instagram. You can leave comments below. And I'll leave links below. I'll leave the link for the Queen City Stitch Retreat. I'll leave a link for Oak Crown Studios in case you want to check out the fabric that I dye. And I'll link some people below. Thanks, guys. I hope you're having a good week. I really do. I've had a busy week, but a good week. Stitch North was exhausting, but really, really good and really fun and just good for my soul. And I'm very excited now about, not that I wasn't before, that came out wrong. I'm very excited, like even more excited about the retreats that Maggie and I have planned, both this fall and now the Chatelaine retreat next summer. They're going to be a blast. They're going to be amazing. And I'm already working on the model for the freebie that Erin's doing for the Autumn Lane Stitchery retreat this fall. So that's also fun, but I can't show it because it's a secret until the retreat starts in October. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate. Did you see that? She's like running in her sleep. That's so cute. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully I'll be back soon. Bye.